right, I'm with Graham Rahal, or should I say Graham Force? Wait a minute.
No.
But you are Courtney Force's husband, the NHRA driver. Number one, how did you meet her?
Well, I met her a few years back up in Joliet at her race there, and you know, we just kind of hit it off, stayed in touch for a few months, and started dating that fall of 2013, and then you know, ended up getting married last year. So kind of life in the fast lane a little bit to get where we're at right now, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It keeps us occupied, definitely, between IndyCar and NHRA and everything she does. It's a pretty busy lifestyle.
What took an IndyCar driver to an NHRA event?
Well, really what did was her. You know, when she had reached out and just said, hey, if you ever want to come, you know, let me know. But I had grown up around NHRA. I had been to a lot of NHRA races over the years. Back in the old days with my dad, he was good buddies with Snake, so we went several times. And then a few years back, one of my sponsors was also in NHRA, and so I would go with them often. You know, to go to the races, which actually happened to be with Don Schumacher Racing, so kind of the big competition. But really, that was it. You know, we got a weekend off. It was in Joliet, like I said. We have the Rahal family. My dad, he's got a car barn up there, and just about 2 miles west of her track. And so I need to go up and get some work done on one of my old Minis. I got a '64 Mini Cooper S. I need to get some stuff done. And so it was like a dual-purpose trip. We had a weekend off, and we went up there.
Okay. You all got married, and just recently, within the last 7 or 8 days, you took her on a trip that she's been very proud to talk about. Where did you take her?
Yeah, we went up to St. Andrews, New Brunswick, Canada, which is basically just north of Maine, in the far eastern coast of Canada. And it's a place that's been in the cabin that we have there has been in my family since the early 50s on my mother's side. And so we went up there. She had never been, and I hadn't been the last few years. And I just felt like after the year that we had, we needed a break. It had been a very, very demanding and busy year. And it's a place where cell phones don't really work, and you know, you're kind of out on your own. So it was nice to get away. I didn't talk on the phone once for 8 days, which never happens. Of course, we posted a couple things on social media and stuff when we get Wi-Fi, but it was a special place to go, and the first for her. But we went out, you know, out there, we went out whale watching, saw humpback whales and right whales, and went out and caught dinner. We got scallops, and we got we dug up some clams, and all the stuff that we typically, you know, do when we go up there in the summers that she had never experienced. So it was a lot of fun to have her there with us.
I've been up in that area. There are some old churches. Have you ever been into any of the old churches?
Well, there's a bunch of them, in the area, and in fact, the town that our cabin is in, there's a couple churches. There's one church in particular that's built with using no nails, so it's pretty old and still standing and looking good.
But it's fantastic to go into a situation like that. So, in a sense, it was a honeymoon.
Well,
kind of, sort of.
My whole family was there. So
okay.
My mom was there, my stepdad, my brother, my sister, my sister's boyfriend for a little bit and stuff. So we had the whole family, but that's what it's always been to us. That cabin for the Rahal family, like I said, came from my mom's side. But I've only missed a couple summers of my entire life, and that's what we did, you know. And so with Courtney coming along into my life, it got a little busier, and it was harder to get the time to go there much. You know, used to be in the IndyCar schedule worked perfect because we'd race in Toronto, and then 2 weeks later we were in Edmonton, and so we were in Canada for the entire time, and we just go to the cabin and take some time off. But life's changed a little bit, so it's nice to get away.
Okay, now you're here at Gateway Motorsports Park. This is not one you've run before, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. I've never driven here until today. It's been a lot of fun. It's a fast racetrack, very fast racetrack, and an IndyCar. I don't even know what cornering speeds are in turn 1, 2, but it's quick. But I think we're going to put on a great show here. From what I can tell, I think we can get a second groove, second lane coming in 3 and 4. The straightaways are long with the distance the track is, a mile and a quarter. It's a place that I think you can get a little bit of passing going, but a lot of fun, very unique.
Passing. That's a tough word for an IndyCar driver to say, much less do. Is that exciting to be at a track where passing might be a little more potential?
Oh, I don't know if that's necessarily true, though. I think if you look at the racing overall and what we've seen in recent years, there's been a lot of pass. I mean, look at our race at Texas was was a zoo, and fortunately won that one. But for sure, I think here it has a lot of potential to create passing, and the downforce levels run pretty high here, but that also means a lot of drag. So, you know, definitely able to get good runs down the straights and stuff.
Okay, final question. You get finished testing here. Are you headed to Texas?
Getting ready to go green. I'll go to Dallas I'll go down there on Sunday. So I got to go up to Chicago, get some work done, do some charity stuff in the next couple days, and then I'll head down.
Okay, have a great one. Thank you.
Thank you.